Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creative Team Career here on the PC with Cadillac. Tonight, it's the second half of our Italian doubleheader as we head to Monza. So, we do not have anything new to put on the car yet. We are very close to getting our new chassis. Kind of a shame that we didn't have it available here. Would have been really nice to be able to get that on the car today, you know, especially with the drag reduction that we're getting out of this new chassis. But at least we're getting it in 6 days' time. In terms of parts, we now have spares for everything up and down the car. We've got a couple of spare chassis. Probably went a little overboard building spare chassis, but you know, I didn't want to risk us. I mean, you can see here we're at high risk here on this car, and we're at medium risk on this car. I didn't want to risk us running out of chassis before we could build the new ones. They're still going to take, I think, 10 days each to build. So maybe we've actually got it just about right, so that we'll have two new ones available to go on, and there while we're building the brand new ones. We shall see. Let's take a quick look at our drivers. Hamilton is slightly positive. Valtteri slightly neutral, unfortunately. Been struggling to get the best out of Valtteri this season. He just hasn't been clicking the same way he did last year. And I know on a couple of occasions we have had to tell him to move aside to let Lewis through, and on a couple of occasions we've had to deny him an upgrade because there hasn't been enough of them. But even so, taking that into account, his performances this year are just nowhere near where they were last year, when he was outshining Perez for a good chunk of the season. This season he's been very slow in comparison. So he will be going at the end of the year. You can see we have signed Isaac Hadjar to replace him. That deal slightly more expensive than I would have liked. 5.8 million a season to replace Valtteri, but Valtteri's on 12.5 mil. So at the end of the day, we're still saving best part of 7 mil a season. 7 mil. Yes, 7 mil. So that's where things stand at the moment. In terms of standings, you can see Mercedes absolutely romping it. They'll be winning this championship very, very soon. We have slipped to a 40-point gap to Williams again. 7th is our target position, and we are struggling to get there at the moment. And in the driver standings, it's really, really tight between George and Lando once again, just 4 points separating them. So every time I say it looks like this thing's going to go right to the wire, one of them suddenly sprints ahead, and I start to reassess the situation. Yeah, it looks like maybe George is starting to break away, or looks like Lando's got the upper hand, and then straight back together again. So yeah, let's just assume that no matter what I say, these two are going to be neck and neck like this come the final Grand Prix in Brazil. Oscar is pulling away from Max, and with these two taking points off each other and having the occasionally really bad race, as is George last time out, he is slowly starting to inch his way back into the title contention. It's almost a carbon copy of what's going on this year, with Lando and Oscar fighting, and Max just sneaking his way up into the picture. So who knows how that's going to happen. But it could make a very interesting final couple of Grand Prix if it suddenly becomes a three-way fight again. Evening Dino, evening Daniel, evening Johnny and Adrian. Good to see you guys. Hello to anyone else who's lurking in the chat as well. Please do feel free to jump in and say hello. Let's set ourselves some targets for tonight. We are going to go 18th for both cars. I'm hopeful that despite our inherent lack of pace, our smarter racing around this circuit and the ability to stay in the slipstream will win out, and we can pick up some points again.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. We return to Monza, the temple of speed. The loyal tifosi are gathering in hopes of a homecoming victory, but everyone here is united to watch Formula One cars roar around the lowest downforce circuit on the calendar.
In the Constructors' title battle, it's Mercedes who are currently leading. And while there are plenty of rounds left, the teams know their time is slowly running out.
So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend starts here.
I wouldn't say that time is slowly running out. I'd say it's almost completely run out. Right. Let's get ourselves prepped, shall we? I'm not going to run the rookies today. I'm going to just leave it to these guys. Let's start with... it's normally, I think, 19 laps around Monza. Let's start with a 30-lap run. I wonder what the temperatures are like. He said it's going to be cold, so we'll have to see how that affects track temperature. And let's get the setups and I forgot to change the powertrains again. Yeah, we can't use that engine anymore. It's gone. So we're on to that one as our practice part now. Same for Hamilton's other engine as well. ERS, that is absolutely fine to use. We are getting a bit low here on Valtteri again. Trying to see if I can limp us home without... I'm going to have to use this one. Trying to limp us home without having to take on penalties, if at all possible, with Valtteri, because it's just so expensive to buy a new engine. It's not really something I can justify spending all that money on this season. Yeah, we've got so many other expenses. There we go. Right, onto the setups. So, extreme low downforce, as eloquently put there by Monza, by Crofty. We are going to start with a 1 and a 9. Most of the setup is going to be, like this. Most of the setups that you'll ever see for this circuit will be very much like the one I'm about to put on. Doesn't mean they're always going to be that way, but it's going to be either a 2.8 or a 1.9. One of those two. 99%, of the time it will be one of those two setups. And then it's probably going to be somewhere around about here. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, but I'm going to go with a 0.295, and then anywhere from here up is essentially where this could be. I'm going to go sort of slap bang in the middle on this one. There we go. Evening, Wayne. Let's do car number 1. So again, we'll go with a 1 on the front. We'll go with a 9. This time we will try the 1.9 and see if that one works. And then let's see. Let's whack that all the way up. Actually, let's try a little bit more front wing. Take that down to stick it down to there. Alright, so we've got our setups on the car. We've got powertrains done. Let's hit the track and start practice, shall we? So, as Daniel alluded to in the chat earlier, some huge news today.
Radio check.
News that
Radio check.
I
Good for me too.
didn't see coming. Aston Martin have named their team principal for next season, and it's Adrian
Let's
Newey.
get plenty of brake temperature.
Adrian
If you can,
Newey,
please.
as part of his managing partner role, has decided to take on the team principal role for Aston next season. I didn't see that one coming. I saw Stroll taking overall ownership or overall control as team principal, given that he owns the team as a possible. I saw Seidel coming in. Did not expect Christian Horner to take the role, and that has certainly played out. But I did not consider Adrian Newey. And it kind of makes sense. You know, he's the one that's been pulling the strings of some of the changes that's been going on. So it kind of makes sense that he's taken over. But there we go. It's official. So we'll have to see how that one works out. Evening, safety clerk.
That's okay.
So, track temperature is actually pretty low. It's below 40 degrees, which is pretty cool around this circuit. There we go, it's starting to climb. There we go. So it says, cool, wow, mind you, I haven't said that. Ambient temperature here is around, what, 27 degrees? I believe we're looking at 15 degrees. Yeah, look at this. It's going to be very cool on Sunday, although a lot less cloud cover, so that will help to keep the track heated a bit more. We'll see how things go. Dino says, I'd laugh if the first thing it does is fire Lance. I'd applaud that to high heavens, but it's just not going to happen.
Pretty sweet. Copy that.
Right, we have feedback from Valtteri. Let's take a gander, shall we? 85%. Okay, so there's definitely room for improvement there. Hamilton's feedback incoming. %95% for Hamilton. So a little bit of fine tuning required on that car.
Copy that.
We do have some rookies running today. We have Ugo running for Ferrari. Pato O'Ward and Alex Dunn both running for McLaren. And Sanhueza getting a run out in the other Ferrari. So both McLarens and both Ferraris getting a run. And they're the only ones by the look of it. Yeah. 2 teams running rookies, nobody else running rookies today.
That's some weird fluid.
I'm not going to make that inappropriate comment.
Now we can see what happened. All good at this point. And the rear just lets go. And there'll be
And
words
that's a
had after
Ferrari
this, I'm
taking a little
sure.
trip. Up to 21, so still a few laps to go on this stint. It's a 50-something lap Grand Prix, I think. 53 laps. Lindblad, current lap record holder from last season. And our drivers will be coming in any moment. There we go. That's Hamilton and now Valtteri on their in laps. So pretty good start so far. Let's make some tweaks and changes. Okay. Hamilton needs very little here. Just needs 5%. That might fix things. That might break everything. We shall see. Let's get those changes confirmed. Let's take a look at Valtteri. A bit more action needed here. Perhaps running a bit too much on the front. Let's try dropping this down a bit. Let's bring this down as well. Let's move that to a 2.8. And let's have a look at something like that. See if that works. Both excuse me, Are both Ferraris out there? No. Ooh, wobbly cameraman. I was looking to see if San Juez's out there. He's not. That's one of the replacement helmets. Very nice white and white helmet with red and silver trim. A lovely ghosted Ferrari image on the side and the Italian stripes on the helmet. It's a really nice helmet there. Let's see, we should be able to see if there's a secondary helmet for the other Ferrari if it comes back on track. Please come back on track. Yes, there it is. Ooh, just in time. Yeah, and there's the other one. It's yellow and black helmet. Again with the Italian stripe down the centre. And an upside down HP logo. Evening, Farah. So yeah, going back to our news about Nui, the outcome of what's happening to Cowell is, as I suggested, that he is sort of going to focus more on the engine side with the incoming partnership with Honda. Apparently his official title is Chief Strategy Officer. Well, that's what it's going to be. With particular focus on the team's engine partnership with Honda and their fuel suppliers. I mean, he is exceptional in that role. So that's a huge get. A huge get in some respects. That they have him focusing his attentions where he has has excellent expertise. On paper, Aston are putting together like a dream team of people in all the right positions, apart from one, and that's who's driving car number 2. Right, speaking of Aston, it is Esteban Ocon who tops the session. Where is the other Aston? Sonoda, there he is, down in 13th place. And that's where we stand at the moment in terms of our prep. Not too far off. Moving on then to practice 2. We are going to run probably about 30 laps again. I want to see what the tyres do on the mediums here. We've made our setup changes already, so we just need to run them now and see if they are going to have the effect that we want.
Four seconds, 3, 2, 1, green light.
and we need to try and sync all the gears.
Understood. Brake warming reminder. Copy.
You're loving playing with the real economy mod on ETS. Yeah, it is a lot more satisfying, isn't it? Slowly building your finances. Gives you a reason to keep driving rather than just, you know, after like 20 drives and already you're owning, you know, multiple trucks, multiple drivers, and you can sit back and not actually have to do anything to continue to earn money. Alright, there we go. Let's speed them up. And while we're waiting for feedback, let's see if we can find a new toaster for Farah.
Any comments though? Yes. Feels good. Thank you. Copy that.
Alright, we have some feedback from Valtteri. Let's see. 96. Oh, big step forward. Again, waiting on Lewis's feedback. Major ERS damage. Has it died? Nope. 10%, that's fine. Tyres are in the temperature window still. Again, ambient temperature is definitely warmer than it's going to be on race day. Whether that's going to affect the track temperature or not, I don't know.
Update when you can.
Copy that.
A watch that monitors your health and probably lets the government know too. Okay. Hey Farah, I saw a great Black Friday deal on tinfoil. It sounds like you might need to make yourself some new hats. So we did not improve our setup, unfortunately, with Hamilton. We stayed at 95%, ironically, which makes me wonder, did it actually affect the changes at all? Or do we just shift the goalposts a little bit so that something is now bang on and something else is now further away? That's also possible. All right, there we go. Runs over. About 18 minutes left on the clock, so they're not going back out again, unless we... Well, I suppose we could send them back out for the last 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. Get started on the setup changes.
And stop in front of the garage.
We are going to run the softs because I want to see what the softs are like in the next session, because we're going to have to give back the softs anyway.
Stop on the marks, go to P1, please.
I want to have some good information on tyres where possible. The only downside, as I say, is that it is going to be much colder on race day. Look at that. So we did improve these things here, but not here. So I'm going to have to move the front wing. And I'm going to take it down, I think, to a 0.5. Let's bring that back up. And bring that back down slightly as well. Let's see if that works. I might have moved that unnecessarily, but we'll see. We'll stay on those tyres if we can. Let's... we're not going to have time to run more than about 8 laps anyway. There we go. Alright, let's see. We are 4% away, so let's try doing that. I don't expect us to necessarily qualify well here. But I think in the race we can do some good things. At least I hope we can do some good things.
What about tyres?
What happened to 6 laps worth of...
My tyres are...
Oh my god, the tyres are gone
Okay,
already.
understood.
So it is currently McLaren who are quickest.
Yeah, come in.
Ferrari second. Audi up there again. Albeit in the garage. There he is, actually. Speaking of young Arvid, out he comes. Was that Bortoletto? Yeah, that was Bortoletto heading out. Thought that was a green helmet, just the way the shadows fell misdirected me slightly. I saw a little flash of green on the front of the helmet. Alright, let's slap on a set of softs now. Send them back out.
On, and stop in front of the garage.
Watch your speed in the pit lane.
Again, we're handing back
Okay,
a set of
so
softs
something on
in
the
this session
marks.
anyway, so may as well use them.
We need
Let's
to
have a
work
look
on the tires.
how
keep the
quickly
temperature of the
these
tires.
fire up.
Temps
still the same.
Pretty quickly. Hamilton's in some dirty air, so that's slightly skewing his tyre temps. Valtteri is a bit more accurate. And they are staying about just over halfway through the window. Hamilton's really overheating in that dirty air, as expected.
And checkered flag.
We've got a couple of bits of feedback from Lewis. I don't know how much we got from Valtteri. It's all down to the feedback on the setups now. That's all that really needs to be discovered. That's improved. That's staying where it is, so it's all dependent on this value here. And that is the wrong way, so we can immediately fix that by going that way instead. That won't be enough of a change, so we're going to need to do that, I think. Alright, softs and softs. 15 laps is probably all we're going to get out of those tyres. Let's try running them for 20 laps if we can. Depending on what happens with the track temperature, we might be able to actually save a bit of tyre wear anyway.
Okay,
Still 25 degrees, so still about 10 degrees higher than it's going to be on race day. Don't know how much that's going to affect our track temperature. We won't know until we get into the race itself.
we'll need good warm up on the brakes.
Understood.
Problem for Isaac.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
We are not allowed to know what it is, apparently.
Any feedback on the car?
So close.
Understood.
So close. And of course it's not clear which way it needs to go. I was worried that might be the case. Alright. Valtteri, give me some good news.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Oh wow, Hadjar's car playing up even more. So that fault escalated quickly.
How does the car feel?
That's not good. 95%.
Understood.
Damn it. Just not making it easy today. Cars are being deliberately obtuse today, giving us their setups.
And limiter on, please. Stopping on the marks and going to P1, please.
All right. You know, he nailed that. So let's bring that back up to a 1. And let's take that down there. No, I don't think that's going to work. Let's push that up. I don't know. It's so hard to see because there's so much information that. So that's where we were, and that didn't work, and we brought that down, and we got that right, but it did not work here, so that suggests that does need to go up. Yes, by all means. Stick the updates in. Oh, we're not losing. Well, that's something.
And box, dislike box, pit confirmed.
Audi up there again. Look, this time with Bortoletto. Where's Lindblad? Down there. And a whole way off the pace. We've lost engine noise on Hamilton.
speed limiter on and speed limiter on. So stop on the marks.
Yeah, those tyres are looking a bit rough. That's still not there. So it's got to go that way then. All right. So we're not going to send Hamilton back out. We don't need to now. And I'm not going to be running Valtteri for the whole run as well. I just want to get 3 out of 5 from him. Take a look, see if it answers the questions that we needed answering. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty happy to see that. I will assume that everything else is fine. And that is us done with practice. Ferrari currently 1-2. Schumacher's up there. Margins in qualifying are going to be tiny. Which is why I don't think we're going to get through. We're only going to have 3 sets of softs to get us through potentially all of qualifying. I'd like at least 2 sets of softs for the Grand Prix. So we might only run 1 set. And if we're not looking like we're going to get close, leave it at that. We'll try and go out early. Get a time on the board. Hopefully it's a competitive one. I somehow doubt it. And then we'll go out probably 2/3 of the way through the session. To do our second run, and then probably leave it at that. There we go. So, ignore the setup figures because we didn't do complete runs. I'm pretty confident that both of our cars are now at 100%. Either way, we should have enough track time to cover off any shortfalls. But we're done with practice. Qualifying is next.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
Qualifying consists of 3 periods, with the slowest drivers eliminated after each one. With the pressure mounting, who can secure a strong starting position for the race?
Karun, if we could perhaps talk about Lewis for a moment. How do you think he's feeling?
It's got to be said, they are blazing ahead of their teammate right now, and the team will be well aware of that.
And it's almost time for qualifying. You won't want to miss that.
Okay. Time to swap out the engines. There we go. That's car 1 or car 2 done. Let's get car 1 done. Onto the final gearbox for Valtteri. Please don't break it.
So now we have green light.
Brake warming reminder. Copy.
As always, taking a risk with a slipstream run.
Warm up on the brakes.
Yep.
Has a couple of risks. One, that the dirty air might be too strong and ruin the car's lap, you know, the chasing car's lap. Second is that we might hit traffic that ruins both cars' laps by getting in the way at an awkward spot. And a further potential complication specific to the tyre mod is that we may cook the tyres of the chasing car in the dirty air. Tyre temps are high already, look. Oof. I think we might need to take manual control for our second run.
Tyre temps look good.
They're at the upper limits of the
Okay,
window
that is good.
already.
Okay, you're good to go.
And tire temperatures are good. And track is clear, track clear. Will be satisfied
Track
of
is
all
not clear.
scores.
Not clear. There's an Audi right in front of Valtteri. Don't know if it compromised Valtteri or not. Didn't get in the way of Hamilton. Oh, God. Red Bull cutting across us as well. There's Isaac. Both drivers with a 28.0. Valtteri actually slightly quicker, will have got the benefit of a slight slipstream off of Lindblad. Is it Lindblad? Yeah, it was Lindblad in that Audi. Hamilton not close enough to get the slipstream here, so this might now potentially be hurting his lap rather than helping it. Depends how he does through Ascari here. He's up by a couple of tenths in the middle sector. Williams stays out of the way. Thank you, Albon. We get a yellow flag. As Valtteri goes top, Hamilton takes it away, and Bortoletto has an issue.
Oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted. That
So
won't
that's
do
cut
the
the
floor of
corner
the
there
car
at
any
the
good at
second
all.
chicane. Here comes Sainz. Looking at a little bit pacey. Yeah, look at that. Tyres absolutely screaming, temperature-wise. All right, let's see what Albon can do. Schumacher pops up into second. Bortoletto in third. Lawson splits our two cars. There's a lot of traffic on the road right now. Up to the line for Alex Albon, and that is P1. Quicker than Sainz by a little under 0.2. Oh, these two scrapping. Lindblad trying to go around the outside at the Parabolica. And that probably hurt the pair of them. Look at that Hadjar's lap. 2 seconds off. Lindblad at 2.5 seconds. Here comes Lando.
So limiter should be on now.
Was Sainz peel out of the way? No, he won't. Ah, so is this going to hurt or help? Oh, that's not helpful. I don't know if it hurt, but it certainly wasn't helpful. And Norris goes P2. Alright, so we'll wait a little bit longer before we go back out again. Not too much longer. Let's see what Piastri can do. He's a couple of tenths up on Leclerc. He's just coming out of the second Lesmo now. On the run now to Parabolica for Oscar, who is trying to inch his way back into the title picture. There's another couple of tenths up in the middle sector over Charles. Charles having to deal with George. Or is it? No, Norris on his in lap. Oscar goes second. Leclerc's not going to be anywhere near the top. Might have lost a bit of time in the final sector as well. Another couple of tenths lost to Oscar there. I don't know if Norris got in his way on the exit of Ascari. George now leaving the pit lane. And we are going to try another slipstream run. We're going to try and run it manually. Oh, big lockup. Big lockup for someone. Was that Stroll?
Tyres ready.
It was.
Yeah.
Big lockup for... Oh, it's a spin for Stroll.
Things look fine here. And that's the moment they lose it. And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
Right, if we pause so that we can take manual control at the same time. Keep the gap consistent. Going to be a bit more gradual with the tyres
You can
in
save
terms
less.
of bringing them up to temperature.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Because they were almost at the top of the window by the time we started
Will be
qualifying
tap off.
on the last run.
Copy.
And there we go. Let's see if this works. The gap is certainly more conducive to a slipstream this time round, but we got traffic in turn 1. Get out of the way. Damn you, Max. Huge amount of time lost for Lewis. But tyre temps are certainly looking a lot better. So this is certainly going to bring Valtteri up the order a little bit. Valtteri improves by 0.6. Excellent.
And try to cool down the tires as much as possible.
And instead of our tyres being well over 100 degrees, they are still yellow, which is nice.
Charge button on, charge button on.
I'm going to try them on these tyres again. And we're going to try and get them both out in a good spot. I think we'll put Hamilton in front of Valtteri on the next run. The Spurs have beaten PSG. That would be a result, yes, indeed. And yeah, there is the notification I've been expecting for a while.
Watch your speed.
I don't know what's going on with us this season. We've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. I really did not think we needed to sign Isak, and I think trying to squeeze him into the team when Ekitike was looking so good is starting to throw the balance off up front. Salah's not had a great start to the year. He's not playing very well at all. I'm surprised at how hard it's been for Wirtz to bed in. Oh, and PSG was struck back already. That didn't take long. Yeah, just a strange one. A very strange one. It's worth 0.3. We should, really, if we're going to try and get out of the session, we should try with a new set. Oh, Szoboszlai's been fantastic this season. He really has become an amazing player this year. Damn it, Valtteri got out in front of Hamilton. That's not what I wanted. I was going to take manual control, but given that we are so close to these cars in front, we may as well stay
as you want it to
on
be for the start of the
automatic.
lap. Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll end up overtaking and pulling away from them and breaking our chance of a tow. For both cars. Williams currently 1-2 at the moment. And they're the cars we're tucked up behind. So I don't rate our chances of staying with them. Magnussen's going to come through and potentially move us all out of order as well. He is on a flying lap. He's just coming out the second Lesmo now. So he gets past one of the McLarens. I think it's George. Mercedes. It's George, I think. Here he comes.
Hamilton will be coming past.
Now, will the Williams boys pull over? Hamilton has moved ahead.
Track is clear.
And the Williams did not pull over. So that will slow down Magnussen, and that has kept Magnussen from getting through. He lost a chunk of time there in the final sector as a result.
Good to go.
So we've got our quicker of the two drivers leading, with Valtteri going to get a monster slipstream. Didn't help him in the first sector though. Second half of the lap though, it'll help. Or should do. Hamilton's pulling away from him still. It's not working at all for Valtteri. The dirty air must be too strong. Hamilton is probably going to knock his teammate out here. Antonelli needs a lap. He's in the drop zone right now. Hamilton shoots up to 10th. Valtteri does not improve. Can we get Hamilton through here? Look at Stroll tucked right up behind Max Verstappen, who's not improving. Bad first sector. So Stroll is out in 21st. Hadjar improves to 7th. Hamilton down to 11th. Here comes Tsunoda and Antonelli. Gasly jumps out of the way. Norris is up to P2. Tsunoda goes 4th. Antonelli up to top. Hamilton in 13th and is safe. Bortoleto is yet to go through. Leclerc is out. Ferrari falling at the first hurdle, or at least one of them. So, there we go. That's the end of Q1 and eliminated our Gabriel Bortoleto, Charles Leclerc, Valtteri Bottas, Arvid Lindblad, Kevin Magnussen and Lance Stroll. Okay, let's see just where we can get Lewis. We'll start on our tyres that have done 2 runs. And we'll get him out first.
Green light.
George heading out as well.
Yep.
Who's banging in the goals for PSG? Is it... Actually, I'm not sure who their front line is now, because Mbappe's at Madrid, isn't he? We've got Ocon and Iwasa on track as well. They're not going to get in the way. They're far enough ahead that they shouldn't be an issue. Let's see if anyone pulls out the pits as we are coming through.
Okay. And track is clear, track clear. Start the lap.
No one's coming out the pits, so we'll have a nice clean run. Fabian Ruiz. Right, 27.8 in the first sector. Yellow flag. That's... I'm not sure who that's for, actually. Oh, Hamilton.
Now we're
Did
with
he do
Lewis
cut the
Hamilton
chicane?
here. And that's where they slightly
Yeah,
run
just
off the track.
clattered it slightly.
You really can't do that too often with these cars.
Didn't damage the underfloor though, that's good, because we don't have that much in the way of spares. George, a couple of tenths up on us in the first sector. 27 in the middle. George's split time will appear in just a couple of seconds. 26.3. So we're down half a second on George. And a 25.1. It's not too bad. 119.593 is our opening effort. It's definitely a little bit more time to find.
Understood.
And we end up nearly a second off George in the end. Not a good first sector for Iwasa at 28.5. The dirty air really does seem to be a hindrance around here, so slipstream runs are pretty much a no-go. Another one for PSG, yeah. They're hitting their stride now. We'll do another run on these tyres. We'll take manual control so that we can try and control the temperatures a little bit better. And we'll do manual control on our final run as well on the other set of tyres that we've used so far. Not going to use any new tyres because we're not getting out of this session unless something miraculous happens. And I'd rather keep the fresh tyres for the Grand Prix. We might need them.
Speed limiter on, please. And stop on the marks.
Oh, terrible first sector for Albon. Now he's hitting traffic in Ascari, and that's his lap ruined. As if it wasn't already. Has he aborted his run? I don't think he has. No, he's going to the line. It's a terrible lap. 4 seconds off the pace. Evening, mic on.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job. Yep. There will be charge button off, charge button off.
Not a huge amount of grip left on these tyres.
And more energy.
And not the best
available.
prep lap either. Slightly undercooked it. But they should come up to temperature pretty quickly. They'll be just under temperature as we hit the chicane, but hopefully by the time we come out of Curva Grande, they'll be at full temperature. still not in the window. 28.3. I'm not expecting an improvement on this lap because the tyres are down to 50%. Do you think Slot will get sacked? If results continue like this, I don't see how he can continue to keep results like this for too much longer. There we go, not a good lap. Unfortunately.
We should slow down. And charge button on, charge button on.
Second place for Sainz. What about McLaren's? Piastri coming out of the Parabolica. He's up on Antonelli. He goes to P5. Antonelli is slower than Hamilton. Oh yeah, I'm generally against sacking managers quickly, but the longer this continues,
Speed limiter on. And stop on the marks.
the harder it's going to become to argue against that. Right, our best set of tyres available. That's 7 goals now in that game between Spurs and PSG. That's going to be a hell of a one to have watched. So, on paper, we are on the cusp of getting through, but in reality, we are, a couple of tenths away and change from Lawson, and I don't know if we can find enough. Plus, you expect Antonelli to improve. Behrman's got a chance of getting through as well, as does Gasly. Albon's certainly going to improve. Just a question by how much. So we could end up actually finishing last in this run. Why did we sell Elliott? I think it was less because we didn't want him, more that we couldn't provide him with enough football, first team football to keep him without hampering his career. Had we not made the big money signings, then I don't think we would have got rid of him, but I think I would rather have kept Elliott and not signed Isak, personally. You've been cold. Please stop spamming the same message over and over. All right, here we go.
So deployed.
Yep.
And we need to increase pushing status.
So tyres are in the window this time to start the lap. They're in better condition as well, so let's see if we can do anything with this. Another goal for PSG, my God. At 27.8, it's still not a great first sector. Iwasa is out after a terrible first sector. Behrman and Gasly are both improving. Max is into the drop zone. Wow. He's on a lap though, so that should change. No improvement in the middle sector. Now we've got traffic at the exit of Ascari. Doesn't hold us up, but I don't think we're going to improve. Gasly goes top. Behrman's up to 8th. Let's put Lawson into the drop zone. And we do not improve. So we stay P14. Antonelli is out. I don't think he crossed the line in time to start his flying lap. Ah, Max is out. He lost a huge amount of time. Verstappen is going out. I think Hadjar might be staring down elimination as well. Hadjar is out. Lawson is out. Iwasa is out. So, at the end of Q2, both Red Bulls fall victim, along with Lawson, Antonelli, Iwasa, and of course Lewis as well. I've softened my stance on Max a little bit this season, but he still has those moments where he just drives so over the top aggressive and dangerously that it just makes it so hard to like him. There we go, out of qualifying. Let's see who sticks it on pole. Ollie Behrman sticks it on pole ahead of Tsunoda, Norris in 3rd, Gasly 4th, Russell in 5th, then Schumacher, Piastri, Sainz, Ocon, Albon. That is an amazing first pole position for Ollie Behrman. Good stuff. All right, race is up next.
Well, it won't be long before the drivers hit the track for 53 laps around Monza in what should be a fast and fantastic race.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be.
At Monza, the aim is clear. Pure acceleration is what the track demands, and every F1 driver is only too happy to submit. Cars that struggle for downforce elsewhere can really come into their own around this gem of a circuit. It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Right, let's take a quick look at the results again, see if there's an amended grid for penalties. No one's starting from the pit lane either. Confirmation that both of our cars are at 100% setup-wise. So, what is the ambient temperature? Let's have a look. 25 degrees. It's supposed to be 15. Okay. I think we're going to see 2 stops from most of the grid. I don't know what I'm going to do with us, though. I am thinking something like this for Lewis. I don't think I can get away with that with Valtteri. I think we might need to do this with Valtteri. Or to stop him. Can you be a moderator? No. It's your first time in the chat, for starters. And I've already got 2 mods and I don't need any more. What do I need to do with our setup here with Valtteri? That's what I was going to look at. But I would do it that way, soft, medium. Yeah, I think we'll go with that for Valtteri. So we'll try the 1 stop with Lewis. We'll 2 stop it with Valtteri, and we'll be flexible. We'll adjust based on how the race is going, whether we get safety cars and all that stuff. Let's take a little bit of fuel out of the car. Farah, if you want to go ahead and give Cole a little time out for 30 seconds or a couple of minutes, by all means, go ahead. Let's go hard on the fuel and the battery off the line. And we are ready to send them out.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
They've got to drive a perfect race if they're going to fight up from P7 in this one.
And it looks like we're good to go. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, can we get a good launch? Oh, look at that dive bomb from Valtteri. It's very tight through the first chicane. Hamilton getting pushed wide. Drops down to 15th. Behrman has lost the lead to Tsunoda. It's been a great start for Valtteri, up to 17th place. Someone's got a fault already. It's Antonelli.
But there. Oh dear, that's not
And we don't know what it's going to be. Right, let's cool down
And reminders
the engines. So yeah, so much for the 15 degrees forecast. It's 25 degrees.
Coast, please increase by 10%.
Tyres are definitely going to be overheating.
And we need to look after the rear tires. Charge button on. Yep. DRS enable. So at the moment you are P15.
Let's see if Behrman can retake the position from Yuki. Leclerc down in 19th. Oh, someone ran wide. That was Schumacher. Couldn't quite get the move done. Now we do. Hamilton up to 14th.
The energy. Continue like this, you're doing a good job.
I'll spare you the whoop tonight, Farah. We're going to fault for Albon as well.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
And charge button on. And try to keep it
I think if the temperature stays like this, as Behrman has got back into the lead, if temperatures stay like this, I think we can go one stop softs to mediums with both of our cars here. Oh man, look how tight it is here. It's just a lock-up away from an absolute disaster. As Valtteri gets overtaken. But gets the position back again, so, or doesn't, no. He's trying to get up into 16th place.
ERS.
Mode push.
And now he is through.
Excellent.
That is excellent.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now,
So
this was
back and
Valtteri
forth
Bottas.
all the way from
Can they
the start-finish
squeeze by?
line between these two. Valtteri finally gets the move done at the second chicane.
That's 16th place now.
Not going to get the DRS this lap though, unfortunately, on the run to Ascari. Can we hold the place? We've got a good exit. We're out of slipstream range though. We get back in front. Hamilton trying to make a move on Antonelli.
Really good.
Alongside. And can we get the power down quickly enough? It's going to be difficult.
Good job.
Antonelli retakes the place. And now Hamilton is through. And nicely so as well. Let's put him into harvest.
And charge button on.
Valtteri is almost caught back up to Schumacher. Just going to miss out on the DRS again. Little 4-1 down. Oh dear. What has happened to our beloved Reds?
And charge button on.
Charge on. We need to reduce K1 usage.
Okay, we've fended him off. We are putting some pressure onto Albon. 13th place right now. Somebody spun out. It wasn't Valtteri.
Single yellow.
It was Lindblad
Right, we're taking the second corner.
fighting with Charles Leclerc and then just drops it on the exit. That drops into the back of the grid. So, as we come towards the end of lap 5, Behrman is still ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Russell's up to third, Norris behind him fourth. Then it's a couple of seconds back to Sainz and Piastri, those two swapping places. Another 2.5, 3 seconds back to Ocon. Then Gasly, Lawson, Max, Hadjar, Albon, Hamilton, Antonelli, Schumacher, all in a train. Then Valtteri ahead of Bortoletto, Iwasa, Leclerc, Stroll, Magnussen, and Lindblad way at the back now, thanks to that spin.
Charge button on.
Gasly and Lawson swapping places.
Mode push now.
It's so close to getting back in range. And there we go, back in range. And we've dropped Bortoletto in the process. So there's two reasons I wanted to get back in range. One, I need to start fuel saving. Two, it helps keep the tyres in the window.
Increase lift and coast by 30%.
And we need lift and
Three, it
coast.
just takes some pressure off from behind. So Gasly and Lawson's fight is slowing everybody down. There's a chance here for Hamilton to go around the outside of Albon. Let's give him some battery. Try and complete the move on the exit of Parabolica. We do.
Charge button on.
12th place for Hamilton now.
You are doing a good job. Continue like this.
And there you see a combination of the battery and the slipstream from the Red Bulls in front. Pulls us through, and sorry Farah, but this time you do have to have the whoop. Well, I kind of talked over it, so I didn't hear it.
Nice job.
Hamilton immediately putting Hadjar under pressure, and I think Hadjar might have damaged his underfloor somewhere.
Red.
Do your best.
Schumacher gets back ahead of Valtteri.
There's progress to be made. Charge on.
And we need charge button on.
Little look from Lewis. Yeah, Hadjar's fallen away all of a sudden. Antonelli is also on softs. Everybody else on mediums. And so far we are keeping these softs at just the perfect temperature range.
Carbon DRS.
This is going to be a move up into 11th place for Lewis.
And more energy available.
Gets on the power through Curva Grande. Now we've got to go after Max.
Good job. At the moment, P11. In front we have Verstappen.
Let's take a closer look. Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3. The gap opens up for them. The points in touching distance now. They're 11.
Yeah, getting closer and closer. I think we're off for a really strong result today. We've kind of locked out a little bit with temperatures being in the sweet spot for us to be able to do this strategy.
He has DRS. Charge on.
Copy.
And just a reminder on DRS. And charge button on.
New fastest lap from Russell as he moves up into second. He's right with Behrman. And he gets ahead. So is George going to sprint off into the distance now? Or will Ollie stay with him? Chance here for Valtteri. Thinks better of it this time. Have to push the pace a little bit with Lewis here.
And tires are good to push.
Charge on.
Copy.
What about tyres?
A little bit of draining on the front left, but it's not too bad.
And Schumacher is now vulnerable, so unless we make a lunge, we're going to wait until the end of the lap and then try and get him on the main straights.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Understood.
Hamilton's starting to close in on Verstappen. Let's get Valtteri up into P15. Wonder how far Antonelli's going to go on his tyres. It's Hadjar and Hamilton side by side. Ocon's picked up some damage.
Awesome.
I wonder if that's underfloor as well. Are we finally going to hear Valtteri talk? No. He just never talks when he overtakes anyone. So I'm looking at Ocon's car, and yeah, it's got to be underfloor damage. He must have gone over a curb.
Tire phase update when you can, please.
Tyre still okay?
We are so close to the back of Verstappen and co. Valtteri closing back in on Antonelli as well, keeping Schumacher at bay, but we're almost at battery. Did Hamilton just get DRS as Behrman moves back into the lead, and between him and Russell, they've opened up a 3-second gap to Yuki. Oh! Have they crashed? No.
15.
It's Tsunoda. Something's happened to Yuki. He's gone very wide. I think he's spun off. He did.
I'm an idiot.
Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, that's a collision between Behrman and George. Oh, are they both out? George looks like he could be out. That's massive front end damage to Behrman. So Behrman's hit the back of George. That's pretty clear. Are they both out? I think Behrman, well, Russell, I think will be up. I don't know, actually, because we've got the fastest lap symbol there. So I don't know. We'll see a replay in a moment. The question now is, do I box? Everyone else is going to box. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to stay out.
So safety car deployed. And charge button on, charge button on.
They're both out. They are both out. And that is a massive blow to George's title chances, not just for the result, but... Did George lock up as well? Looked like George went straight on and then got hit afterwards. I don't know what happened there, or did he get hit twice? I'd love to see another replay of that from Behrman's perspective, but we're not going to.
Game over.
What a shame for Behrman. Stuck it on pole, had a chance of maybe fighting for his first win to go with his first pole position, and instead they are both out. Hamilton's into the points. Valtteri's up to 13th.
Just watch for debris on the track.
And we are going to stay out. We do not see another replay, unfortunately.
Which position are we?
P13.
So that is a penalty for Ollie Behrman, which will affect his next qualifying. Norris, Sainz, Piastri, Ocon straight into the pits. Hard tyres going on to everybody, I would imagine. Is Hamilton going to get through into the leads? Yes. Valtteri is not going to get up into third. He's going to come out in fourth place behind Sainz. And we're committed now. The whole field is boxed. So if we box now, especially with the safety car having picked us up, we will come out at the back of the grid. I just hope the temps don't start to skyrocket here behind the safety car. That's lap 12. Hamilton leads from Lando Norris. Sainz in third. Valtteri in fourth. Then it's Piastri, Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Lawson, Verstappen up to 10th. Antonelli 11th. 12th for Schumacher. Leclerc now up to 13th. Then it's Albon, Bortoletto, Hadjar, Magnussen, Lindblad, who's also gone onto a set of softs. Iwasa and Stroll. 2 retirements. George Russell and Ollie Behrman. So Hamilton's tyres overheating slightly behind the safety car. Can't drive in clean air behind the safety car for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to register as something in front of you. So I may as well turn that off. But we are avoiding the curbs while we are on the safety car laps. It's been a dream start for us so far. I don't expect us to to stay this high, but I do think we're definitely on for points today with Lewis. Hopefully Valtteri as well. He desperately needs some. He's picked up just 5 points this season so far. %90 of our points have come from Hamilton. He scored 55. I think that technically works out as 92 points. Or 92%. We are having another lap behind the safety car. So we're now fuel neutral. And our batteries will be fully charged. And I wonder if these guys on hards are going to try and go to the end, or if they're going to try and go for a 2-stop still. If they are very careful with the tyres, which they have the option of doing, then they could theoretically take them to the end. But our pace on newer mediums later should hopefully come good for us. Let's go ahead and change Valtteri's strategy now. Now that we're committed to this one stop. There we go. I imagine the safety car is going to come in this lap. We'll find out as we approach Ascari. Yes, there it goes.
Safety car in this lap. We may restart again next lap.
Understood.
Copy.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yep.
Mode push.
Yes, copy.
So deployed.
All right, we're about to get back underway. Safety car just about to peel off into the pits. Green flag is out.
Okay, safety car.
And Hamilton's off. A fault developing for Tsunoda.
Tsunoda seems to be struggling.
And Magnussen getting an issue as well now.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
The sole remaining Haas mired down in the lower midfield. Here comes a look from Lando. Sole remaining Mercedes. Albon losing out a few places there on the restart. Magnussen dropping down a couple of places. Bortoletto gaining some ground.
We're okay to push a bit harder if you can.
We've inadvertently managed to drop Valtteri somehow. And there is a move from Norris, and that's maybe not a bad thing.
Race is long. Behind we have Sainz.
Sainz is all over us, trying to find a way through.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Right, Valtteri has managed to catch back up again. That's nice.
DRS enable.
Hamilton having a look around the outsides.
Charge on.
Copy.
And he's going to get the place. As Piastri has taken Valtteri.
Good job.
But we hold Ocon back.
We need to do the full management on this set.
We're not going to keep Norris behind for much longer. But if we can at least keep Sainz behind, then that gives us the opportunity to try and retake the place from Norris. And we do actually keep Norris behind this time. And this is certainly going to help Norris in the Drivers' Championship. It's going to help Oscar as well. George leading just a little bit. Just a few points ahead of Norris. That's going to change unless something happens to Norris. But it's going to allow Oscar to close the gap up as well. There's a chance that Sainz is going to just drift his way through as well.
Can't get much quicker.
All right, let's concentrate. car behind
Yeah.
Piastri.
Unfortunate, but
Use
not
the
that
engine.
unexpected, unfortunately.
And charge button on.
Still, we're in excellent shape still. Our tyres are holding on nicely. Still have a little bit of battery in hand. Valtteri coming under pressure from Tsunoda. Let's use that battery from Valtteri. Try and get him onto the back of
So let's go mode push.
Piastri again.
Copy.
Front two threatening to break away and leave Hamilton behind. Valtteri's defensive driving has dropped him way out of position. New fastest lap for Carlos Sainz. Hamilton starting to drop out of position as well.
Use DRS.
Fault for Albon. And that's an escalation. I wasn't quick enough to catch it to see what it was, but it's gone orange, whatever it is.
A long way to go. Car behind is
Right then, you can take a look now. Now we're watching Esteban Ocon.
Oh, look at the speed difference. Jesus.
It's there for the taking.
You can see the state of Ocon's tyres compared to Valtteri's. Valtteri's look very, very
Esteban Ocon is able
scuffed.
to climb up the pack.
Still look nice and clean for Ocon, but they are brand new, so no surprise there. Iwasa with a fault now. Everyone's car's falling to
The
bits.
car's definitely
Good.
not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
More the merrier. Let's get some strong points here.
Charge on.
And we need to increase lift off.
Albon running wide.
Let's have a look then.
It's
at
just
turn
all
6.
falling apart for Alex.
And that won't help their chances. Really, they must be careful.
Nearly gets rear-ended by one of the racing bulls there. That will be Iwasa. We've lost touch with the front group.
Charge on.
Piastri's going to get us, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to hold him back. He's going to have too much grip through Curva Grande. And there he goes. But P4, and we haven't made our stop yet. We don't need to make our stop yet either.
Continue. Keep going.
Car behind is
Ocon's
Ocon.
pushed right up as well. Look, he's right on our backside now. Tsunoda and Valtteri swapping places. Again, I think that's inevitable. It is. We've got a yellow flag.
I can't go past.
okay.
Who's
let's
that
get
for?
on
Is
it.
that
Still
for...
everything to play
That's
for.
for Iwasa.
Car behind you at the moment is Gasly.
No, Stroll. But did he block his teammate? Yes, he did.
Whoa.
So he just got the overtaking when I wasn't watching and then blocked him with the spin. So let's drop both racing bulls off the back of the train. Norris and Sainz scrapping over the lead. Norris moves back into first place. They are starting to line up on Valtteri now. How much longer till we box? Let's have a look. Another 5 or 6 laps.
Gasly has DRS.
Oh, lock up for Sainz.
Now
It's
we're
dropped into
watching
third.
Carlos Sainz here. All good at this point. And the car just locks. They
Straight
took a
on. He
gamble, and
nearly...
it was just too
he was a
late.
little bit further back when that happened. He would have clipped. Norris, and that would have been awesome for us. As it is, he's given Hamilton some DRS again. Max briefly up to 9th before Lawson takes the place back. Sainz has immediately dropped us, so we're not going to get the DRS here, I don't think. Nope. We're taking the pain now so that hopefully we get the gain later with the mediums we're going to throw on.
Just do your best. Car behind is Verstappen.
New fastest lap for Oscar. Oscar is right up there. He's making the move. Gets his nose ahead. Who's going to get the power down through Curva Grande? It's going to be Norris. But they're going to be side by side into the chicane, I think. Oh, Norris just gets his nose, or gets his car ahead to shut the outside line overtake off. All right, pit window's about to open up. More problems for Yuki.
Engine braking is...
He's not a happy man. Hamilton has Gasly for company as well now. As Max
Copy
gets
that.
past Valtteri.
Correct.
Do your best.
I want to get more battery into Valtteri if at all possible, but I daren't go into Harvest because he will just get swallowed up by everybody if we do.
Tires are ready.
Piastri moves into the lead. Sainz is caught right back up to them. We're about 5 seconds off that fight. Here comes Bortoletto. Oh my god. Yeah, Valtteri is just falling down the order here.
I can't keep up with them.
There's progress to be made. Charge on.
Copy.
You should be mode charge.
Look how much time we lost just in 2 corners. Ocon finally gets past Hamilton.
Charge button on.
I think I might go hard tyres for Valtteri instead of mediums just to give him a little bit more wiggle room. Let's get him in at the end of this lap.
And you are doing a good job on tires. Keep it like this.
Got any more power to give me at some stage?
Boxing this lap.
Copy, box.
So increase pushing status. Charge button on, please.
Charge on.
Okay.
Let's get after these cars in front.
2 more laps for Lewis. And the reason is twofold. One, it means that it makes it much easier to manage the mediums because we'll have a bit more wiggle room. Two, it hopefully slows the pack down a bit so that Valtteri can close down on these guys if they decide that they do need to make a stop. In comes Valtteri. Solid stop. 2.1. It's not blisteringly quick, but it's quick enough. Is Lindblad going to get out in front of us with his undercut? Here he comes. We should hold him off. And we do.
Gap behind 2.4 seconds. 30 laps remaining.
Schumacher has an issue.
No management.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Another behind with DRS.
Lindblad all over us. His tyres are up to temperature, ours are not. He'll get the move done.
Box speed confirmed.
Let's get that last little bit of battery into Valtteri's car. Oh, Tsunoda got pushed very wide. Trying to get past Hamilton there. Ah, look how much damage that's done to his race. He is so far behind now. He's been gobbled up by Verstappen, Bortoletto and Lawson. Nearly got swallowed up by Schumacher, Antonelli as well.
Copy.
Even Leclerc and Hadjar could have jumped him if he was really unlucky.
Charge on.
Copy.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Let's get these tyres fired up now. How did we miss the DRS? I thought we were in the window. Apparently not. Right, into the pits for Lewis. So this is a critical moment for us. .4, it's not a great stop. We will get clear of Lindblad and Bottas. But the question is, will anyone else actually need to stop? I imagine definitely some of the back markers are going to be in. But as for anyone else, I just don't know. I hope so.
He will be 3.5 seconds behind us.
But at the same time, it depends on how long until they stop. Because
Energies are good.
they could end up on much, much fresher tyres. And just do to us what they've been doing since the safety car restart. And just knock us down the order. Right. Bottas's tyres are still not up to temperature. They're about to be.
Okay for mode push.
Copy.
Tyre temps are
There we
good.
go. Now they're in the range. Lap 27, Piastri leads from Norris. Sainz in third, a couple of seconds back. Ocon in fourth has, we think, underfloor damage. He's nearly 6 seconds behind Sainz. Then it's Gasly. Max is up to sixth now as Lindblad sets a new fastest lap, trying to go after Lewis. Seventh for Bortoletto, eighth for Yuki Tsunoda, but his car is in trouble. Then it's Lawson in ninth, Leclerc 10th, Schumacher 11th, Hadjar 12th, Antonelli 13th, Stroll in 14th, then Magnussen from Albon, Iwasa in 17th, Hamilton in 18th, having just stopped for a new set of medium tyres, Lindblad close behind in 19th, and Valtteri at the back of the grid, but trying to close the gap. Two retirements, Russell and Behrman colliding at the second chicane, bringing out a safety car. Valtteri struggling in that dirty air at the moment and not able to keep pace with Lindblad, who is now about to make a move on Hamilton. If it helps get my tyres at the temperature before I can take the place back, I'm not adverse to that. But it's a much better exit from Parabolica. Lindblad back into the slipstreams, got the DRS open. We'll have another lunge into turn one. Can't get through. Let's take a look at lap times. So, 1:22 last lap. It's quicker than most of the cars in front, and our tyres are still not up to temp. But they will be very, very soon. Valtteri finally gets DRS. It's taken him way too many laps to get that. Another attempt shut down by Lewis. And Valtteri's tyres now actually starting to overheat a little bit.
Slow down now.
Copy.
This is where Hamilton's tyres kick in.
Doing a good job with the tires.
No, not yet. Maybe it's 95 degrees. That would not be ideal. No, there we go, 91 degrees. That took a while, but we've got them fired up. Now we're going to push with Lewis. Hopefully Lindblad's out of battery.
Charge on.
Copy that.
Lap 30 now, and the front two have pulled out a 5-second gap over Sainz. On 21.9 for Lewis. It's not really quick enough.
Okay for mode push.
Copy.
So, would we... Here's the question. Would we have been better off just boxing them for hard under the safety car? Staying in the train, protecting the car, protecting the tyres, protecting, building up some spare fuel and staying in the train to what we actually did, and then trying to go straight through to the flag from that point. I don't know is the answer. You could argue maybe. Things certainly don't seem to be working for us at the moment.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Antonelli's race is getting worse, down to 14th place with some kind of issue on his car. Valtteri still just cannot keep up. It's a bit better from Lewis, a 121.3. We are closing in massively on some of the cars in front of us, but also not really at all to some of the others. Max and Bortoletto are squabbling over 6th place. Bortoletto is going to pick up the DRS out of the Parabolica here. Here he comes again. Yeah, just not late on the brakes this time, though. Max keeps him at bay. Tsunoda's closing back in.
You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery and then you'll just be taken by everybody. Copy. Charge on. Copy.
And Hamilton is overtaken.
Remember, long way to go.
Lindblad seems to want to push, so let's see if
And we need to look after the tires.
he can push us into a better position.
Charge on.
Copy. Yep.
And we are going to get some pit stops. Lawson is in. Softs. Ooh, I don't know if he can do 20 laps on those. He might be able to. Well, 21 laps.
A long way to go.
It's going to come out behind us.
Charge on. All good.
Safety car. Don't be a safety car, please. No, just somebody running wide. It was second Lesmo, I think.
Now this is where the RB drivers in.
Oh, first Lesmo.
Oh, we've seen a few go off the track there. Perhaps a little lapse in concentration, maybe.
So the last thing I need now is a safety car, because that will ruin our race. We'd end up at the back of the grid again. Norris and Piastri still fighting over the lead. And Piastri's got damage. Oh, Piastri's out. That is a safety car. God damn it. Just said the last thing we need is a safety car, and it immediately happens. Shit. Some of these guys are going to box straight away. And they're just at the back coming through Parabolica. They can immediately dive into the pits. Crap. I think we have to We have to stay out, I think.
Charge button on.
Yep.
Safety car, safety car.
Yeah, look at that.
Charge
Everyone
on,
from
please.
Stroll back, diving
Stay as
straight
close
into
as
the
you can
pits.
to 0 on the Delta.
Copy.
We should hopefully get in front of those
Do
guys.
whatever you need for tyres.
So Piastri broke his underfloor.
Uh,
And he misses out on a huge opportunity to close in on George. This could have brought him right back into the title fight. That won't happen here.
Try to reduce curb use and it's unsettling the car.
So Hamilton has got through past Antonelli. Can Valtteri do the
Try
same?
to reduce the hit on the curb.
Ah, not quite. Antonelli's in front of us. What tyres did Antonelli put on? Mediums. Okay. That's not too bad. The problem is, though, look at the gap before Hamilton gets onto the back of Hadjar. It's 22 seconds.
So you're P13.
More than 22 seconds. So, yeah. 24 and a half. The gap, the clock is going up on that to 25 seconds. That's a pit stop. That's a free pit stop. God damn. Getting dicked by the dangle dong of destiny. In comes Lando from a comfortable lead now. Soft tyres. And he can take those to the end. Hard tyres. No, mediums for Sainz. Chance of a really good recovery from a really bad qualifying for Verstappen here. That's a strong stop as well. He's up to P4. Ocon in front with, we think, underfloor damage. A bad curb for him. We'll see him retire as well. Look at them all piling out the pits. There's Hamilton just coming into the shot there. Everyone's going to get out in front of us, I think. Yeah, everyone got in and out before we came through. Ah, it's so frustrating. And they've all gone on to a set of softs as well. Now, if they push those softs hard, they're going to need to make another stop. But if they look after them, which they probably will do, that's it. We're going to struggle to get into the points again here with Hamilton. It's not impossible. We'll be right behind Schumacher. He's also on mediums, although they're going to be brand new. He's got an issue with his car. Hadjar's got, we think, underfloor damage. So he's a ticking time bomb around here.
Copy.
Sonoda has a major issue with his car, so he's a potential retirement. Ocon is a ticking time bomb with his underfloor damage. So we are looking at 3 potential retirements ahead of us. That would bump us up to 8th if that happens. And if we can get Schumacher, that's another place gain. That would be 7th. But yeah, right now, we just need to get into the top 10. I'm going to put Valtteri into rear gunner mode. Try and keep all these soft runners behind from making a move on Hamilton. It's such a shame the way this is played out. And here's the thing, if we had stopped under that first safety car, we could be on a set of softs now, in which we would definitely be able to go to the end. And potentially where we are now, but with a better tyre option. Say, all I can hope now is that a couple of cars in front of us retire and or shred their tyres and have to stop and clear the way for us. We're going to have plenty of fuel to play about with. That's going to help us keep the tyres in the temperature window without pushing them quite so hard. We've got tyres to spare with Valtteri, less so with Lewis. Evening, PR. We've got too much fuel. Let's hope the safety car's coming in this lap. It is.
Suggests that you can reduce the amount of lift and coast at turn 1.
Copy.
The safety car is going to come in this lap.
Copy.
You can push.
You can save less. So let's have mode push now,
Evening,
please.
Victor.
Copy. Copy.
And green flag is out. Here we go. Oh, an issue for Norris.
I lost drive or something.
Nobody wants to take this championship by the scruff of the neck tonight, it would seem.
Continue like this.
Understood.
Enjoy it as it can go south very quickly. Spoken by somebody who's not bitter at all in the slightest. Stroll gets past Magnussen. Magnussen retakes the position.
Keep going.
Thought we had a chance to get a slipstream run on the back of Hadjar for a second then. Now we do. Can we get past Schumacher on the exit? Yes, we can. Do we push him really wide? Yes, we do. Oh, wow. Schumacher's dropping like a fly. That was brutal. Watch this. It's the 20 championship curse, I think.
Take it easy there.
Just cool down the tyres as much as you can.
Copy.
And just a reminder on garage.
Alright, let's concentrate.
It's going to be hard keeping Antonelli behind.
Charge button on.
Charge on.
Copy.
I really struggled, just couldn't go any faster.
We're just dropping out. Oh, we got a yellow flag.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Someone locked up at the chicane. It's Leclerc. Oh, is Leclerc out?
It's not looking good for Charles Leclerc.
Oh, big crash. Look at the car. Looks like he went straight into the back of Gasly. He did. He punted Gasly out.
No.
There's Gasly getting reset onto the track in front of us. And I think Leclerc's out.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
He's off the racing line though, so I don't know if that'll be a safety car. No, he's back going. He's back underway again.
A crash in the main straight on the left. Crash in the main straight.
Huge damage to Gasly, so we can pick him off. That's going to be 8th place for Hamilton. I think we just gave up the DRS at the very end there because he's got no grip through the corner.
And charge button on. Charge button
He's into
on.
the pits,
Good job.
but his rear wing is smashed to bits, so Gasly's race is done.
Charge button on.
New front wing. Leclerc's made it into the pits as well. He's getting a new front wing. Set of soft tyres going on. And Antonelli has jumped us. Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen. Hopefully we can stay with him.
So we need to push. Charge button on.
Interesting that they didn't retire. They never do. They only retire if the car physically cannot continue. That's the only time they ever retire. So if they suffer just terminal front wing damage but they don't have a spare, Antonelli's car gets worse. That's good news for us. If they only break the front wing and it goes terminal, they can still box, replace the front wing and carry on. But if they don't have a spare, that's when they would have to retire. But if they suffer, enough chassis or suspension damage, they would have to retire in that situation. If an engine goes or a gearbox goes, they would have to retire in that situation. But that's it. Basically, if something breaks that can't be replaced, that is critical. So rear wing damage doesn't seem to matter unless the rear wing becomes completely destroyed, which doesn't happen too often. Then that would force a retirement. If someone breaks the underfloor enough, that will force a retirement, as we saw with Piastri. His car is out because his underfloor broke.
Charge button on.
We don't need to worry about management on these tyres.
New fastest lap for Isaac Hadjar, a 1:20.5. Hamilton looking to make a move back past Antonelli here. Trying to squeeze just a tiny bit of battery into the car as well before that.
And charge button
We
on.
get alongside.
Charge
Can we
on.
complete the move on the exit? Yes, we can.
You are doing a good job.
Yeah, the AI won't retire a car unless they have no choice. That's why you sometimes see some cars that end up like 2-3 laps down with, a minute and a half off the back of, the car in front of them. Because the car's in a really bad shape, but it can still technically continue. So I don't think that's actual wing damage on that we're seeing here. I think that's just a visual glitch that happens sometimes when a car's in a crash. I think his rear wing's fine. But the hole in Gasly's rear wing is legit. That's a genuine rear wing damage.
Good job.
Right, Valtteri has pulled away from Stroll, was closing in on Magnussen, and Magnussen's into the pits. He's got 10 laps to go. Are we going to see any more pit stops? As Antonelli gets back in front of Hamilton again. We've got both cars in the points. New soft tyres going on for Magnussen.
Behind you, we have Bottas.
Hamilton covers the inside, so Antonelli switches back to the outside and just is going to outbrake us.
Charge button on.
Take the opportunity to save a little bit more tyre.
Yep.
As well as battery. Let's maybe see if we can get Valtteri to close up.
Mode push. Got it.
Antonelli's pace is bad enough that we're not going to catch any of the cars in front unless they have to stop. That's another pit stop. That's Stroll coming in. It's like playing whack-a-mole, isn't it? Trying to tag them before they slip down the order.
Energies are good. And we need charge button on, charge button on.
So that's another car with soft tyres having to box for yet another set of softs. Keeping my fingers crossed.
Charge on.
Copy.
And charge button on, please.
Valtteri's almost back in range.
We need to reduce K1 usage.
Copy.
Right. Can we get the run on Antonelli?
And try to increase pushing status.
Not there.
Charge button on, charge on.
Fault for Schumacher. Wasn't quick enough to catch it. New fastest lap for Magnussen on those brand new softs of his, a 120.2. He is 16 seconds off the back of Iwasa, so he's no threat to us. Unless we get another safety car. Bortoletto is in with a chance of winning this Grand Prix, given how close he is to the front runner.
Continue, keep going.
Right, we need to get through now.
Charge on.
So deployed.
We get the DRS, we get the inside line, we complete the move through the Parabolica, and then we'll open up the DRS, and we might even give Valtteri a slipstream chance to get through here.
Understood, you are doing a good job.
I think this deserves a little whoop. Valtteri nearly got past, but he needs more battery. Just cool his tyres down quickly.
Your tyres.
Copy.
1:19.7, the new fastest lap from Lance Stroll, but he's even further back than Magnussen. Although Magnussen took nearly 4 seconds out of Iwasa on that lap. You have Albon and Bottas at Williams. What season are you in, Maicon?
And we need to increase.
Oh, Max is in. There is a chance. There's a chance that Hamilton could win this. If more cars have to box, I think Sainz will be fine.
Oh, yeah, copy. Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Max will get out between Magnussen and Stroll.
If you are able to increase pace, it would be a good time to do it.
Lawson hunting me down.
Lawson behind you. He's 1.3 seconds behind.
And he is
Just doing
hunting
your
me.
best.
Antonelli's pushing to try and get back in touch
Push,
with
please,
Lewis.
push.
Copy.
Can we keep Lawson out of DRS? Just about. It's going to be tight, but yes, just.
What about
Antonelli's
tyres?
right on the back of me. He's just missed the DRS, I think.
With the traction.
Yeah, I have a lot of engine braking, guys.
You see Norris coming under pressure from Tsunoda. Ocon coming under pressure from Bortoletto. Hamilton pulling away again from Antonelli.
Charge button on.
Valtteri closing back in as well. Need to get him ahead of Antonelli.
Car behind it is Lawson. He's 1.5 seconds behind. This Focus is a long race. Let's get after these cars in front.
He's going to have a look. Is that terminal for Yuki?
And yeah, a terminal failure.
It is. Oh, his engine's blown up.
Absolutely gutting.
That puts Bortoletto potentially on the podium now. It does put Bortoletto on the podium. It puts us up to 6th place. Valtteri up to 8th. 7th if he can get past Antonelli here.
Charge on.
Copy.
Here we go. Tsunoda into the pits and out of the Grand Prix.
And 4 laps to go. Yep. One car stop outside of the track.
Oh, look how aggressively Antonelli is defending there, trying to keep us behind.
This is getting frustrating.
There's progress to be made.
Stick with it, Valtteri. You got this.
Just cool your tyres.
Copy.
4 laps to go.
And push.
No worries, mate.
And Bortoletto could still get higher on the podium here. This could be a glorious day for Audi. But the threat of Sainz is looming as well. Hadjar's right there too.
3 laps to go.
We have just 3 laps left.
Lawson behind you. He's 0.5 behind. Remember, long way to go in this race.
New fastest lap for Max. 119.3.
Charge on.
Copy.
Hamilton's closing in on Ocon and co.
You are P8. Car behind is Lawson. Go mode push.
Copy.
Come on, Valtteri, outbrake him, outbrake him. Yes, up the inside. Completes the move on the exit of the Parabolica, gets the DRS open.
2 laps to go.
With 2 laps left, can we break him clear?
Super job. You are currently P7.
Hamilton's just 2 seconds behind the front runners as Bortoleto has another attempt at getting past Ocon. He's going to go around the outside through Curva Grande.
Copy.
Ocon just gets ahead in the braking zone. And there's Hamilton. He's just a second and a half behind.
The left rear is getting a bit hot.
This race has come back to us in spectacular fashion.
Gap to him 1.7. Continue like this. Use the energy. Last lap, last lap.
This is it. Do or die, and that spare fuel that we picked up is just going to last as well. Ocon still hanging on from Bortoleto. Sainz keeping a watching brief. Hadjar there, and we are right on his backside as well.
Continue like this.
Lindblad gets into the top 10 to make it 2 cars for Audi in the top 10 here. If he can hold it. Yeah, something's happened to Albon. Did he make a mistake or has he got a puncture?
Right, let's concentrate.
Come on, Lewis. He's not going to make the move.
Just a reminder on the eyes.
Understood. You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery and then you'll just be taken by everybody.
Copy.
It's going to be 6th and 7th, but 6th and 7th is an amazing result.
And we'll need lift off.
Oh, Bortoleto got jumped.
And check it flag.
Sainz jumped him. We nearly saw him on the podium.
It's all over. Norris picks up first place.
A result like that absolutely speaks to all the hard work they've put into their career. Just phenomenal.
I feel so sorry for Bortoleto. I would have been watching that had we not been trying to get the overtakes in ourselves. We did manage to keep Antonelli at bay. And Lindblad did hold on to 10th. Where did Albon finish? Down in 14th place. What happened to Albon? The only thing I can think of is maybe he went wide into the gravel on the exit of turn 2 of the first chicane. Because he was right there with Lawson and then he just got dropped right down the order.
Absolute joy for Mercedes. Just look at them. Elated to have won this year's Constructors' Championship.
They've really dominated this season. The competition struggled to mount a serious challenge.
Lando Norris certainly loves a podium. Heading up there now to celebrate again.
6 wins now in this season, they're not flagging. A mighty impressive victory.
And that, right there, is a picture-perfect end to this weekend in Monza.
At least the Italian crowd will be happy to see a Ferrari on the podium.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed
Oh,
weekend for
what
them.
are you talking about?
We saw one driver
It's not a
put in
mixed
strong
bag.
performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And with that, our time in Italy is done for another year.
And it's
For the
fighting
next
words,
round,
Karun.
teams are travelling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
So, confirmation then of the final result. It is another win for Lando, his 6th win of the season. He will move to the top of the driver's standings by a healthy old margin over George, with George failing to finish. Oscar could have been right up there fighting for the win as well, but his car retiring with a broken underfloor has certainly, I think, now ruled him out of the Drivers' Championship. He's going to be over 80 points behind Lando at this point. Ocon holds on for 2nd place under immense pressure with an ailing car, but managed to bring it home and get onto the podium. Sainz nipping past Bortoleto on the final lap. Bortoleto just being denied a podium there. Hadjar takes 5th place. Good result for the young Frenchman, especially with him joining us next season. Good to see him pushing hard to get some big points. Hamilton up 8 places to finish in 6th. Valtteri up 12 places to finish in 7th. I was really worried about our race when that second safety car came out, but it all kind of worked out for us in the end. Antonelli got a good recovery drive as well, despite some issues with his McLaren, up 7 places for 8th. Lawson takes 9th. Lindblad up 10 places to get his Audi into the points. So a fantastic day for Audi there. And then a little bit lower down, we had Max with that late pit stop, dropping him down out of the points. Fought his way back up to 11th, but yeah, a way off. Iwasa 12th. Schumacher down in 13th place. Not a great race for him today. Albon in 14th, just lost a bunch of positions in the last lap or so. Not quite sure what happened, but we have a theory. Magnussen finished in 15th ahead of Stroll. Leclerc only gained 1 place across the entire Grand Prix and was a distant 17th as well, 11.5 seconds off the back of Stroll. And Gasly, Gasly had a smashed up rear wing, which is, fatal around this circuit. So a distant 18th in the end. 4 retirements: Yuki Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, George Russell, and Ollie Behrman. Let's see what that has done to the drivers' standings. Lando has moved clear by 21 points over George with that. And look at this. Nobody, apart from Lando, in the top 8 scored any points today. That is unreal. I don't think I've ever seen it that sparse in terms of points returned in the top 10 before. So George down to 2nd. He's now on stays on 269. Oscar missing a huge chance to get back in the title fight with his retirement. He's on 211 and is now 79 points behind Lando with just 5 rounds to go. Admittedly 3 sprints, but I think it's too far now. Max on 181 points in 4th. Leclerc on 121. Gasly 99. Tsunoda 74. 67 for Albon. Hamilton with 8 points is now just 3 points behind Albon. And Ocon up 2 places with 18 points is now 1 point behind Hamilton on 63. Also on 63 points is Carlos Sainz with his 3rd place today as well. Antonelli drops down 2 places as a result. He stays on 50. Well, he's up to 56 points. Bortoleto gets 12 points, so he's up to 42, moving past Mick Schumacher and Liam Lawson. Lawson himself up 2 points. He's on 36. Hadjar with his 10 points moves above Ollie Behrman. He's now on 30 as well, but with a higher finishing position. Behrman, disastrous race after getting his first ever pole position, swapping the lead with George, and then the two of them retiring together as Behrman crashed into the back of him. It will be a 3-place grid penalty for Behrman, as a result of that collision, plus if he needs to take any engine penalties to be applied at Canada for the main Grand Prix. Lindblad picking up a point, puts him on 19 and 18th. Valtteri picks up another 6 points, more than doubling his haul for the season so far. So he's now on 11 in 19th. 20th is Magnussen with 3 points. 21st, Stroll with a point. And in last place, Ayumu Iwasa. So, in the constructors' standings, we said before the start of the Grand Prix, it wouldn't be long until Mercedes were crowned champions. It happened tonight. I wasn't sure if it would actually happen or not once George went out. But, yeah, there we go. 559 points. Mercedes are the constructors' champions. They've won 12 out of the 15 Grand Prix so far. So, actually, yeah, five rounds to go, not 6. 5 rounds and 3 sprints. But... yeah, they've been phenomenal this season. They've been so far ahead of everybody. McLaren in second, 267 points. Red Bull closed the gap, but only by 6. They're on 211. They're 56 points behind still. Not out of it, but it's a big gap to overhaul. Ferrari pick up 5 points more than Red Bull, so they reduced their gap. They are 27 points behind Red Bull. A slightly more achievable target. Aston move above Alpine by 1 point. Thanks to Ocon's podium there. They're on 137 to Alpine's 136. Williams pick up 2 points, frustratingly, but we have closed the gap to them by 12 today. So the gap sits at 28 points as we sit on 75 points in 8th place. And we needed those points because Audi picked up a bunch of their own as well. So we've stretched our gap by an extra point over them. We're 14 clear, but it's not a safe margin at this stage. Haas with 33 points in 10th. Racing Bull still just the single solitary point. Let's see if Valtteri's stop was quick enough to get in the leaderboard. Yes, it was. I was looking down here and I didn't see us. I didn't think we'd be all the way up here with a 2.1 second stop, but there we are in 4th place. So good points again. McLaren get the quickest stop ahead of Alpine. Red Bull in 3rd, Cadillac 4th, Racing Bull's 5th, Haas 6th, Ferrari 7th, Mercedes 8th, Williams 9th, Audi 10th. That's every team but one making it into the top 10. No double points for anybody. Who didn't make it in the points? Aston didn't make any points today. So Red Bull still top, 268 points, but McLaren have closed the gap. It's down to just 17 now as McLaren picked up 25 points today. Mercedes in 3rd have 197 points. Our 12 points closes the gap by 8. We're on 159 and pulls us an extra 6 points further away from Ferrari. They're 10 points back now on 148. Just 1 point, 149, sorry. 1 point back with 148 is Alpine in 6th. Then it's Racing Bulls with 111. Audi with 96. No points for Aston, the only team not to score points today. They're on 69. Williams have 51, and Haas up double their score. They're up to 16. They see Hamilton stop nowhere near good enough to get on the leaderboard, but I'm okay with that. Both drivers achieved their target, so that's the most money we've earned from our sponsors for quite a while. That's lovely to see. Let's head back to HQ and start prepping. I think we have a 3 or 4 week break until Canada. So yeah, a 4 week gap until we go to Montreal. We've got something broken on the car. Let's dive into the emails. We'll come to our scout reports in a second. We'll start with the post-race data. Let's see. The chassis went on both cars. So those 2 spares that we've just built immediately pressed into service. We also lost an underfloor and a rear wing. Yeah, that's not so good. everything else came through unscathed. Engine's still in decent shape, but we're going to be really struggling with power in the last few races, I think. Let's see. The F2 Championship is concluded. Gabriele Mini has won the championship. Invicta winning the Constructors. Zach O'Sullivan finishes second. We have got a scout report on him. Wilhelm Nagel finishes in third. The Red Bull protege. We've seen him get a couple of races this year. Victor Martin, who's retiring, I think, at the end of this season, finished in sixth. Behind Paul Aaron and Ritomo Miata. Paul Aaron is definitely retiring at the end of this season. Where is Jack? There he is, down in 12th place. That could have been a bit better. Let's have a look at the F3 Championship. Inga Anderson wins the F3 Championship. Quite a tight little race there. 10 points to gap in the end. MP Motorsport taking the Constructors. Charlie Wurtz there in fourth place. Caitlin Newey takes fifth. Tuka. I forgot about Tuka. Let's maybe scout Tuka. Oh, he's 20 years old now. Yeah, he's just not good enough, I don't think. We definitely want to try and get Ugo. He's going to be a phenomenal get if we can get him. All right, let's take a look at these scout reports then. So these are Zach's stats. 82 cornering. Braking's a bit weak. Reaction's not the greatest. Control isn't particularly anything to write home about. How old is Zach now? 22. He's still in high development. He is out of contract at the end of the season. Salary's a little higher than I would like to see, though. We might make an offer for him to help boost our reserve program for next season. Let's take a look at Jack. So Jack is on a much lower salary. Better stats. Let's make an approach for Jack. It's going to come down to salary. Let's offer him a 2 mil, 3-year deal. Let's see if he accepts that. Get him in as a development driver. Help boost the car. So there you see the F2 race at Italy. It was Zach who actually got the win ahead of Mini, but it was a comfortable championship win for Mini in the end. But Ferrari rookies dominating the championship in F2. Let's fix our cars up. So replace the chassis. There we go. No spares, but a new one going to go into production very, very soon. Rear wing, let's install that replacement. And the underfloor as well. Side pods at high risk on both cars. Great. Yeah, 3 days to go. We need a couple of rear wings, but I don't have slots opening up. Oh no, I do, look, a day. I didn't spot that. So there we go. Let's go with 2. I wanted to make sure I had a slot ready in 3 days for the chassis, because they're going to take 10 days each to build. So let's advance time. We've got a spare underfloor. So that puts me back to 1 spare there. I could do with another couple of front wings. Need to build another couple of side pods, because we're going to need to replace 2 of them probably after Canada. Another suspension wouldn't go amiss, but we've got another one coming in 3 days' time. Let's advance to the underfloor. Yeah, we know about that. Is there anyone else we can scout? What's the staffing situation like here? He's got a year left on his contract. They've all got a year left. So, yeah. No one to look at replacing this season, because we just don't have the funds for buyouts. A year left on each of these guys. Let's make Logan an offer, as long as he doesn't want too much. He's going to want too much. Let's see if I can get him down to 1.5 with a decent signing bonus. Offering him less than Jack, but he's a worse driver than Jack. There we go. Not this Jack. He's already accepted a new deal, I think. Or has he? Oh yeah, we're in negotiations with him. He came back with a counter offer, and we countered his counter. All right, there we go. We have new chassis, and just before the end of the month, which is good, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to afford to build them both, or build all of them. Let's go ahead to get those into production. Let's get just 2 of them. Because I'd like to get another project underway. Won't be another chassis. Let's do a chassis research project instead. We will look to improve drag. There we go. We're down to $68,000, which is nothing. Let's see. How did our monthly affiliates improve? We gained a point in accuracy for Jack Crawford, a point in smoothness for Logan. No change to Fittipaldi or to Ricciardo. Did our main drivers stay as they are, or did we see any improvements at all? They stayed as they are. That's the new chassis that we know about. And there we go. We just lost $1 million. It was just a fraction over $1 million. We got our spare suspension. There we go. September in Formula One. Haas working on a new have got a new underfloor, and it's one of the best on the grid. That doesn't surprise me. We've seen them have some really strong pace. They're working on a new rear wing. Williams are below expectations, I would say so. 7th in the constructors. I hope that continues because we're trying to take 7th away from them. Let's get the pit crew training in. We've got a nice opportunity to boost speed training here. for the opening week and a bit. Evening, Daniel. Alright, so into some split training. And I think is it a triple header or is it just back to back? I can't remember. I think it's a triple header that we're going into. There we go, perfect. So we'll go into Canada with no fatigue for a sprint weekend. And then after that, we got Vegas for, I think, another sprint weekend. Can't get any training in here without putting fatigue on the crew going into Vegas. So that's it. The downside is that that is where we'll end up with fatigue at the end of the month, which means we are going to start next month with a big chunk of fatigue. That's a bit of a shame. Let's confirm. There we go. Our staff here are all happy. Valtteri isn't happy, nor is Javi. Javi's never happy. So, yeah, he's just getting a bit grumbly now, is Valtteri. Unfortunately, he's very happy with his salary. I'm not surprised. He's getting a lot of money from us. But not much return this year. He was our superstar last year. This year he's been a disappointment. I was hoping he'd do better than he has done. But a good result today. We can't complain about that. Let's check in with the board as well. We haven't seen what their response was. They were delighted. Race performance is still at satisfied. But that is a great way to bounce back after them being disappointed with Imola, as we just missed out on points. We need to score points in 4 of the last 5 races, though, if we want to complete our long-term objective. That's going to be really tricky. We have closed the gap in the season objective. We're still below target, but the gap is now, what was it, 21 points? No, 28 points, sorry. It was 40 going into tonight, so we have definitely closed that gap down. Hopefully we can do a bit more in Canada as well. We're 21 days away, 3 weeks away. And we will leave it here, I think, on the 1st. So, I hope you've enjoyed today's Grand Prix, today's stream. If you have, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you're not yet subscribed, why not consider hitting that subscribe button as well? Be sure to hit the bell for notifications on live streams and videos. Jurassic World Evolution 3 returned to the channel earlier today. there'll be another episode out in a couple of days, and that'll be every 2 days or so going forward. I will stockpile a few episodes for when I'm in hospital, so that I don't have to worry about trying to sit in a really, really uncomfortable position to record when I come back out. And then we'll probably take a break on streaming for a couple of days when this season finishes. And then again when I come back as well. So there'll probably be a week to week and a half gap before you see any streams once this season finishes. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Until then, though, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll be back at the usual time tomorrow with round 16. And I'll see you all very soon.